I'm Sharon Kreider for Western CPE. Welcome. I'm sitting here with Sharon Brosi, an enrolled agent and a certified financial planner from Palo Alto, California. And today we're going to talk about California use tax. So my first question for you, Sharon, there's been a tremendous amount of activity around California use tax in recent years. Is this a new tax issue?
No, the use tax is not a new tax. The use tax is sales tax, is what it is. And as tax professionals, we know that. So it's neither new to us nor confusing to us as tax professionals, but what it is terribly confusing to our clients. They don't understand that. So what we have to do is explain that part to our clients, that the use tax is the sales tax. It is the tax they must pay to California whenever they buy something out of state or over the internet where sales tax has not been collected, and yet they bring it into the state for their own use. So then they must pay the sales tax, and we in California and most states call that the use tax.
Well, I know there's been some recent legislation on what we're referring to as the Amazon tax. So tell me how the enactment of Amazon tax makes a difference for me on 2012 tax returns versus the mess I had on 2011 tax returns.
Well, I'm afraid that I don't have really good news for you there, because the mess has not gone away. But unfortunately, here again, as practitioners, we're going to have some splaining to do with our clients, because what I think our clients are going to think in seeing news reports about the new Amazon bill that went into effect on September 15th of 2012, they're going to think, oh great, now everybody's collecting use tax from me or sales tax from me, and I don't have to worry about that anymore, right? Well, wrong. First of all, there was a whole bunch of year and a whole bunch of opportunities for me to purchase assets over the internet prior to enactment on September 15th. So for my clients, we still have to account for that on their tax returns. And then it's not all encompassing on this new use tax bill. So it's not every online retailer that will now have to collect use tax for sales here in California. There have been some additional rules added prior to this new ruling. The way it worked was, if I was an online retailer and I was selling to a California customer, I only had to collect the sales tax if I had what we called a nexus in California. And nexus at that time was defined either I had a physical presence here or effectively I had a sales force on the ground selling or promoting to my California clients. Now that's been expanded slightly to include if I have a person or an affiliate, is what it's called in California, who maybe just through an online click-through is directing California clients to my out-of-state website. Now that constitutes a nexus for me and will require me to collect sales tax and pay it over to California. And then there are also some additional rules about if I have a member of my controlled group that has a nexus in California, then that means I'll also have to collect sales tax. But as you can see, if I don't still fit into that definition, if I truly am an out-of-state seller, and I have none of those things. Nobody in California is directing California people to my website through click-throughs or any other means. I don't have a physical presence or sales force. I don't have to collect sales tax. So when you come online to me and you buy, I still don't collect the sales tax. That doesn't get you off the hook. You're then still responsible for paying the use tax. So the Amazon bill does not cover everyone, doesn't cover every sales. So we've got all the sales up to September 15th that I have to still pay my use tax on, and I will still have a number of sales after September 15th that I'll still have to pay use tax on.
So what advice do you have for we tax practitioners on sort of properly reporting and keeping our clients safe?
Well, I think that it's twofold. One is, I still think that we're missing the information from our clients of, do you need to pay use tax? Did you buy anything? for which you need to pay a use tax. And I've been pretty diligent about it. You know, holy cow, I'm sort of the great, prophet of, you got to tell your clients about the use tax. And even still, as many practitioners will know, the Board of Equalization sent out 27,000 letters in early September to taxpayers who were not reporting via their 540 a use tax. And I had 2 clients who called me and said, what is this? Why did I get this letter and what is this use tax? And I thought, how could they not know? They're my clients. And you know how that happens. Those are the clients who return their organizer to me in the unopened envelope, and I didn't get a chance to thoroughly interview them, so I never really actually got to ask them the question, did you buy anything that we have to? So I'm looking at how can I incorporate that into my practice more. Maybe using an additional side checklist when I finish a return that has a few of those kinds of things on it. Did I remember to ask them about the use tax? Did I remember to ask them about other things that are of concern this year? So I think that's step 1 for a practitioner, is really trying to capture an answer from everyone, as hard as that may be. And then the second step, I think, is deciding in my practice what's right for me. Maybe what I just say to all my taxpayers is, you know what, I know you're buying things that you didn't pay sales tax for. So here's the rule for you. You must report on your 540, and remember, we now have tables for that. So I think we'll just use the default tables based upon your income, your gross income, and maybe I put that, in fact, even in my engagement letter or in my organizer letter that says, unless you tell me differently, I am going to assume you made out-of-state purchases, and we're going to use the use tax tables and report use tax on your tax return. Goodness knows that would certainly simplify my life, but I think I still want to ask the question, how fair is that to the taxpayer to do that?
Well, and it would cost the taxpayer maybe a little bit more money, maybe a little bit less money, and they don't read your engagement letter anyway, Karen.
Of course not.
So I'm Sharon Kreider for Western CPE, sitting here with Karen Brosi. Thank you, Karen. We're happy to see you with your advice today.